When you're worth billions, owning a Ferrari just isn't enough. To stand out as the richest of the rich, establish yourself at the top of the wealth pyramid. You need to own crazy things, like million-dollar camels. That's exactly what the Crown Prince of Dubai owns, and that's only the tip of the gold-infused iceberg. With money coming out of their ears, royal Dubai kids, as well as successors to unstoppable businessmen, are spending their parents' hard-earned cash like no tomorrow. And here's how. Dubai is a playground for the wealthy, a place where those with wallets fat enough can kick off their shoes in 7-star hotels, buy gold-lined Lambos, and yes, even invest in million-dollar camels. There's just no place on earth quite like it. They have the world's tallest skyscrapers and the endless list of out-of-the-world creations like the man-made Palm Islands, the Museum of the Future, and Aladdin City. Just to scratch the surface, make no mistake, Dubai is the wealthy UAE hub of the future that never ceases to amaze. And what do we associate with wealth? Gold. It isn't nicknamed the City of Gold for no reason. Aside from literally being able to withdraw gold bricks from street-side ATMs, Dubai is one of the most prosperous cities on earth. And the people there, specifically rich businessmen and their kids, aren't afraid to take some of that hard-earned cash and put it to work. It's not just fast cars and big houses there. If you're at the top of the food chain, you own a palace. If you're in a position of power, you don't have just one private jet to fly around, but an entire fleet. Alrighty, let's focus our attention on one particular rich Dubai kid at the moment. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Sheikh Hamad bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, aka Fazza, the Crown Prince of Dubai. And with a title like that, well, you know what to expect. This Dubai rich kid who was up to his eyeballs in his parents' money managed to secure over 10.5 million followers online by sharing snapshots of his adventurous life. And while 10.5 million is a pretty high number for Insta followers, that number is mere pennies on the dollar. If you're one of the wealthiest people on the entire planet, you wouldn't guess it from looking at Fazza's Instagram, which mostly showcases his eye for photography and love of animals, and sense of adventure that the Dubai Prince has an 11-figure fortune. And while his exact net worth isn't quite known, you can rest assured he's a certified multi-billionaire. So let's see how this crazy prince spends all that money. Million-dollar camel. Admit it, you'd spend $2.7 million on a camel if you could, and not just any camel at that. This particular camel of Fazza's was picked from a pool of 17,000 different camels, his being deemed the best looking, and this camel actually won a camel beauty contest. Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the son of Dubai's ruler Sheikh Mohammed, and his heir apparent bought 16 camels for $4.5 million during a camel beauty pageant taking place during the Desert Carnival that aims to preserve the nomadic way of life of the oil-rich Gulf. Fazza has been known to be somewhat of an animal whisperer, having an admirable affinity of falcons, elephants, tigers, and plenty of other beautiful creatures. He seems to genuinely connect with them, so it's no surprise he's the proud owner of a variety of different animals from all over the world. The ruler of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who is also the Emirates president, and his brother Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the ruler of Dubai, both own an undisclosed number of camels. The Quattroelle. With Dubai being a coastal city, it's only natural the prince would need a boat for traveling, vacation, or just to hang out for a while. Now, this isn't something you see every day at a beach. Anyone want to guess the price of Fazza's fabulous mega yacht? Any takers? Well, okay, trick question. He's owned a couple of different yachts over the years, including the 70 million Esmeralda. However, the most expensive yacht he owns is docking in at $180 million. Behold the Quattroelle, an astounding ship bought by Fazza in 2013. This $180 million mega yacht has a gym that was designed by Usain Bolt, a personal spa, several pools, and helicopter landing pad. The name, the Quattroelle, stands for 4 L's of love, life, liberty, and luxury. The yacht has beautiful alabaster and wood interior with spacious yet well-furnished rooms. It's common for the extremely wealthy people of the world to own yachts only for a brief period of time, selling them when something bigger, nicer, more their style comes along. So these yachts can float from billionaire owner to billionaire owner, but always, of course, at a very relaxed pace. Hotels. However, if you prefer lounging on land as opposed to open sea, the Hotel Jumeirah Zabil Sarayh might be more up your alley. Fazza himself is the owner of this 5-star hotel, which is located on Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. The Palm Jumeirah is a man-made archipelago of group of islands for us non-geographers, which was made from sand pulled up from seafloor and through a lot of construction built into the islands. Zabil Investments is a private investment company owned by Fazza himself. And while the hotel isn't owned directly under his name, he certainly has an enormous influence around the company and what properties they purchase. The rumors of the hotel's production cost hover around $12 million. This hotel features private luxury spas, beautiful ornament-inspired decor, private movie theaters, and plenty of fun for kids. Staying in theme with Fazza's love for animals, the hotel donated funds to a turtle rehabilitation and research project. Airplanes. So we've seen how the prince may spend his time on land or on sea, but how about air travel? The prince has a long-standing appreciation for Boeing aircrafts, as does his father, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of the Emirate of Dubai. It's no surprise Fazza has his own share of private aircrafts. However, Fazza and his family have done a lot of good for the people with airplanes too. His father once lent his own personal 747 aircraft to help bring aid to refugees in 2017. Additionally, he and his family purchased 30 Boeing 787, 10 Dreamliners at the 12th Dubai Air Show, a deal that cost them $8.8 billion. However, these planes weren't for the family. The families bought them for the Middle East's largest air carrier, Dubai-based Emirates. This purchase also increased the price of Boeing stocks 1.1%. Falcons. With his father being a known falcon lover, it's no surprise Fazza too has an affinity of these fine-feathered friends. Fazza buys his falcons from a very special source, a man named Bryn Close. Bryn Close has a different upbringing and was homeless at age 15 until he found his passion for breeding racing falcons. Fazza tried to buy Bryn's business for $15 million. But Bryn turned down the offer because he wanted to continue running his business himself. So Fazza has individual falcons flown from Doncaster to the Emirates. Bryn and Fazza have reached a conclusion where Fazza is the sole purchaser of Bryn's prized falcons, and it seems the two men are happy with this agreement. While we aren't sure exactly how much Fazza spends per falcon, which just for the record can fly 75 miles per hour, we can be sure that Bryn Close is now financially, shall we say, comfortable? Cars. We've got it on good authority that Prince Fazza owns a gold Rolls-Royce. However, it's pretty difficult to find a leaked photo of the prince with his particular car. But we know you all want to see a picture of a gold Rolls-Royce. Here's a photo of another one from a wedding in the UK. Pretty sweet, right? However, Prince Fazza does have quite an impressive car collection, and here are a few notable pieces. The Lamborghini Venezia Roadster in 2014. Only 9 of these $4.5 million cars were produced, one of them of course belonging to the prince himself. Another one of Fazza's favorite cars is his Aston Martin 177. At one time, the ride was thought to be the most expensive production car in the world. Okay, how many cars does this guy have? Well, an exact figure is unclear. We'll just say the number of Fazza's car we're featuring in this video is hard to drop in the bucket. With that being said, we'll show you one more of Fazza's car we think is super cool. The Bugatti Veyron, Grand Sport Vitesse. The Python, a car that can go 45 miles per hour on water, is a favorite of Fazza's, as he owns 6 of them for a mere $800,000. The Prince of Dubai also owns a fleet of $500,000 military-grade tanks. These Ripshaw tanks are a favorite of billionaires everywhere who like to have some rugged outdoor fun in the sun. Oh, one more thing. Did we mention he loves to skydive? Even the view from the top of the Burj Khalifa can't compete with what you see at 15,000 feet above the earth. The Prince of Dubai has been known to skydive over the Palm Jumeirah as well as many other locations worldwide. Well, there you have it. Some of the ways Prince Fazza spends his billions. Let us know in the comments something that surprised you the most. Do you know anyone who breeds racing falcons or owns $180 million yachts? Thanks for watching and see you next time.